Good evening, all. How are we? Tonight we're building issue 12 of the Jag. Here's my co-host for this evening. Hang on a sec. Yeah, my co-host for this evening. There she is, Penny.
Hello, everyone. How are we all?
Yeah. How are you?
So, how are you then?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing this tonight.
Yes, yeah. I've had a quick look at the instructions beforehand, and I think I've come in on quite a nice week actually.
Yeah, because this looks like it's easy. Yeah.
But it looks like a nice build at a basic level. If you just build it as the magazine comes out, plus the ability, if you want to take it a stage further, it helps you do that as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be quite good actually.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure I've got it running. I had it somewhere. Oh well, might have to find it again. I did download it and then I can't find it. Oh, I've got it.
Yeah, I've done something different with the magazines as well now. I cropped them a bit where the white.
Yeah, well, this week we're a bit on the skew with. It's quite fun actually. I saw it and I'm like, whoa, he's a bit off.
Yeah, because the printer same after not putting the printer right.
No, it's fine. It does the job perfectly.
Yeah.
So right. So, do you want to show us what you did last week then?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we've done.
For the benefit of people like me who missed it. Thank you, Gordy B, for the comment on the haircut. Lovely haircut, Pennykins.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sorry, Sainsbury's have just arrived with the shopping. Be back soon. So what have you actually built? What is that then, Chris?
Part of the engine, the carburetor. You got the air filter tank. That is thing.
Right.
To clean the system, and it's part of the engine.
Yeah.
There's a part there beer, but it's not in there because it's loose.
Right. So you kept that on case, have you?
No, what was it just a minute ago? I'll go over look for now. What else we got on then? Let's check Love Minis cover. Hi Love Minis, how are you? Yeah, that one. That's in for you. Right, okay, Gordy B. Hi Gordy, how are you? Hi Steve Graham, how are you? I like it when you can bring the comments on screen. That's brilliant. It's cool, that is.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everyone started to hit me with messages just as the show started.
Should be like all the time, money.
Yeah.
And guys, yeah, put a link into the description if you want to join the chat. More than welcome. Right, we're doing this instructions, so we are.
Right. Okay. So yeah, whenever you're ready, I've got the instructions all ready for you, and then yeah, I can we can go through them.
Yeah, we are.
So this week we have got Build Jaguar E-Type issue 12.
Yeah.
The actual magazine is focusing on Harry Westlake, tuning wizard, joining the jet set, and it looks like we'll be doing the starter motor. So there's see if I can't. Yeah, there we go. I knew we could.
What, you're right?
So, the main part, you know, I'm not good with this resizing. So the main part provided is the right inlet side of the engine block, to which you can attach the starter, distributor, and carburetors.
Yeah.
So we're going to be focusing around this part of the engine, which is going to be on the right-hand side of the car, also known as the off side.
Yeah.
Or the driver's side. So the parts that we're going to get this week is the engine block and clutch bell housing, the right side.
Yeah, so, what's that look like? That's a big piece, is it?
It's the big piece. It looks like there's a little lunar space module on the end of a square that a 2-year-old's put on because they can't get it on straight. I don't know if that's a really bad description there. Someone with absolutely zero eye-hand coordination. could
Yeah,
do
so do you want me to change camera?
Obviously, it's like that shape for a reason.
Yeah.
So Chris Campbelling is exhausted today. So I need to have a chat with you, Chris Campbelling. But if you're
Chris,
exhausted, I'll have a chat another time.
Yeah, Chris, if you want to join in, you can more than welcome.
I'm wondering whether to hit the alcohol today.
Yeah, I think we should all.
I have a Southern Comfort lemonade and lime.
Yeah. Right, let's change cameras a sec. The cameras are blurry, but do we to change the screen?
Well, I just thought we'd like to sort of see the part in real life as well.
What's that?
So we have Warren Milne on today, and it's funny. My first thought is, any relation to Dave? But he says, "Hi, I am Dave Milne's son. This is my first video I have seen." There you go, Chris. There's a feather in your cap. Warren Milne is the first time he's seen any videos.
Oh, nice.
You are his first.
This one.
So, yep, that looks like part number 12-1, as they're calling it.
Yeah, is that the commentary on screen? Is that the one he's on about?
Yes. Yeah. If you rotate around a little bit, just over another 90 degrees to the left. No, the part, not the camera.
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
just to match the orientation of the magazine.
Oh, that way.
Yeah. So it looks like you've got two pieces there, a square and a sort of a lunar module space thingy, and you put them together with really bad eye-hand coordination. So the second part, and oddly, they normally do the screws last, and they have done. So piece number 2 will be the starter motor, and that looks like a black piece with sort of a very fat nail. I suppose would be one way to describe it.
Yeah.
My descriptions aren't good, but they work.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So piece number 3 is the distributor.
Yeah, which is
and
this?
That looks like a screw end. Yeah, with a bit on it.
You like a bit of screwing, don't we?
Yeah, we love a bit of screwing on these channels. So just lift it up a little bit, Chris. Don't move the camera away from the part. Bring the part to the camera. That's it.
Sorry, I was
just... Chris. No, it's fine. This is one of those things, I've been streaming a few years now, so it kind of becomes second nature.
Oh, that?
Yeah, that's fine. So is that the parts? Are they made of metal or are they made of plastic?
Yeah, the plastic guys.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'd be plastic because they won't necessarily need to support anything. No. And this modern era, you can coat a piece of plastic and make it look like a nice piece of metal.
Yeah.
And then that will leave us with 5 screws.
Here we are.
So a fair bit of work, but not a massive amount, I suspect. JP3. That's the one. Okie dokie. So if you could kindly just bring my screen large a little bit.
You mean
so the big part, Chris Campbelling's just confirming, is it the big part? Is that metal? I suspect it is.
No, that's plastic.
It's all plastic. Okay, I am surprised, but I don't have a problem with that because, like I say, if it doesn't need to support anything, then that's fine. Right, so stage 1 is now saying expert tip. The block will be largely hidden inside the engine bay, but for added authenticity, experienced modelers may wish to paint this part with black and gold paint, as Jaguar did on the original cars.
Yeah.
It should be done before proceeding with the assembly. Mask off the clutch housing and front of the block to leave them silver, then paint the rest of the block with gloss modeling paint as shown. Paint the top of the block and core plugs gold to match the cylinder head from issue 2 and paint the bolt heads at the bottom silver. Similarly, you can paint the top and bottom of the distributor with gloss black.
Yeah.
So that's something that I may consider doing with mine. Obviously, what you do, Chris, is up to you.
Might do that same, but
I
I don't.
I think it's one of those things that it will look nice if you don't paint it, but it will just take it to a new level if you do.
Yeah, I might do that myself, Pen, but I'll do it with you probably, that one.
Yeah, quite possibly. When I come round, we'll have all the time in the world. Well, probably not, because it's been so long. We've probably got so much to do. Right, so stage 1, we need to take the engine block and hold the starter motor as shown.
Yeah.
So
a second, let me just get the screws ready in.
Oh, Chris Campling's going to have a field day here. we need to hold the starter motor as shown with its flange facing the clutch bell housing.
I could just picture what you're thinking.
Note the keyhole recessed indicated by the arrow.
Yeah, so there we are.
So if you now want to switch to view so that your view is larger than the instructions, and then we'll be able to see what you're doing.
Like that?
Love Minis are saying paint it.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll bring my nice safe water-based acrylics around when I see you.
Yeah, what's the first thing we need to do?
Right, so we need to take the engine block and hold the starter motor as shown in the magazine with its flange facing the clutch bell housing. Note the keyhole shaped recess indicated by the arrow. Now, can you show us that little recess, Chris? On the other bit. That's it. So that's where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got that's it.
So let's out then.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. So stage 2, when you can bring it up, I'll read stage 2 and 3 because it looks like
I'll bring them up now.
together. Again, this is slightly over-explained magazine instructions.
Oh, that's a better view. I like that. Instructions on the screen now as well.
Just a bit bigger because we can get away with it now. So stage 2, which is on the left, there is a matching lug on the side of the starter. Press this into the recess, which you've just done.
Yes.
And then holding it, turn the assembly over and drive one of the JP3 screws provided into the hole shown to secure the starter to the engine block. And don't forget, this is plastic.
So don't over tighten.
You don't want to over tighten. That's it. I taught you well, young Padawan.
Yeah. Let's get a load of screw up, Ben. Do you look off? Is our view all right, Blair?
Pardon?
Is my view okay?
Your view looks fine.
Yeah.
It's a little bit awkward because you brought those instructions up. You then have to work slightly to the left.
Yeah.
But obviously, if we don't have the instructions up, we can't see what you're doing. Or we can see what you're doing, but right. Can you bring it down a little bit or the camera up?
Better?
Up. Not down, up.
Like that.
That's it. If you work, that's it. Because you have a little tendency just to bring the part up when you work on it. So you're currently working at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Chris. We will get you there. It's just a case of getting used to it. That's it. Now you're working right at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
It's all right, Chris. It's just like I said. It's just getting used to it.
Shit, I just haven't screw just dropped somewhere.
Oh, no.
No, it's dropped on the map somewhere, but I got spare.
You didn't consider using that lovely parts tray then?
Yeah, they're all in, yeah. I bet Chris is all exhausted because all the screwing done yesterday.
I'm actually thinking of redesigning that parts tray. I'm wondering if I round off the edges of the compartments, if something should bounce, would that make it more inclined to roll into the pots rather than just bounce?
Yeah.
Or I might just make a big one that if anything drops into, maybe put a bit of cotton wool or something into the bottom or foam.
Yeah. Hang on, there we are. It's better now. We are got oh, you bugger.
Oh, you bugger. Is that a technical term, Chris?
It just came out like I thought I was really grip. better saying it than a swear word, worst word of that. Sorry, guys. Might have to get a different desk or something. I'll probably a bit.
That is right. You'll figure it out, Chris. You're I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but in just a few broadcasts, I have seen an improvement on your streams.
Yeah.
And it's just a case of getting a little bit better. Don't go for big magnetic tape in the bottom of the compartment. That would work. In fact, I've got some magnetic tape, so I might bring. I'm just looking for an excuse to use it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'm actually the screwdriver that I'm getting, which is it's quite funny actually. I keep tracking it because I've had problems with Yodel before.
Yeah.
And one of the items that I've bought has been accidentally rerouted to Bolton. How it gets accidentally rerouted from Wales to the north of England?
Some stupid idiot that is at a factory.
Fleetwood J is saying, "Keep up your amazing work, Chris."
Yeah, thank you.
So as always, take your time on this.
Yeah,
There is
don't
no
screw
rush. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oof, just came up.
If it takes you an hour just to screw one screw, it fell off, is it? Is
Yeah,
that why it's perhaps a little bit easy to screw in, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two looks okay.
But it's quite frustrating actually when you're screwing away and you think, oh, that's going in quite easy. And then you finished, you put all that work in, and the part just falls off because the screw isn't actually connected. Fleetwood J has bought himself a cordless precision screwdriver. Which one have you bought, Fleetwood? Because obviously I'm going to do a little review on mine when it arrives. But it's been just over a week since I ordered it. But I've seen a couple of comparison videos.
Sorry, hang on, guys. Let's just try this
Chris
again.
said he over-tightened one of his screws on the X-Wing, and then he had to super glue it in place. This is the thing: if you over-tighten it, you do wreck that thread.
Yeah.
And there's such a fine line between perfect and wrecked it.
Yeah, Chris likes a good screw. That's why the screws are so tight.
Yeah.
He likes it tighter, doesn't he?
Oh, it was a metal part too. That's fine. I would have thought the screw would have given way before the part, but there you go.
Oh, come on, you bastard. It's not gripping at all, this isn't.
Have you got the right size screwdriver?
Yeah, the one that came in the pack.
Sometimes if you get a slightly fatter screwdriver, it just. Have you not got an Aurea?
Yeah, I don't know which end to use now.
Right. How about trying? Obviously, I can't see the screw that you're using, but how about J1's end?
Yeah, I'll do that for next time. I think
the J1 is quite doesn't penetrate. Oh God, I'm going to say it. It doesn't penetrate deep, but it's quite wide, and as a result, it's quite grippy over a wide area.
Yeah.
The smaller screws, you do have to use a smaller head, but
it's going in now. There we are, got it in.
Okay, you just had to persevere with it, did you?
Yeah, for a minute, yeah.
Good enough then.
Wobble like a jelly.
Wobble like a jelly.
Oh, Chris! I bet Chris is gonna have a field day with that one. What you said about the screw?
Oh, I'm so excited! I could jump off a doll's house.
There we are.
Lovely. So we're adding a little bit of contrast to that now with that black part.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, do you want to move on to stage 4, or am I rushing you?
Carry on.
Okay.
Just want to drink some water, so.
So next we need to take the I lost my words now. Now take the distributor, which goes this way up. Once again, note the keyhole shaped recess and the matching lug. You then press the distributor firmly in place and you will secure that with a screw. So you're looking for a part on the distributor with a hole and a keyhole shape, and then you'll place that into the female keyhole shape, and then just like the previous stages, you'll turn that over and screw that in very gently.
Can you see where it goes below?
Right, it looks like top of the screen.
Yeah.
Right, the opposite end of the square to the starter motor. Right, the bit that's just gone off camera. Up a bit, up a bit, up. That's it. It looks like that one to me. Check the magazine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one.
Yeah, it is that one.
You've got a bank. The way you're holding it, you've got a bank of 4 circles.
Yeah.
5 circles, sorry, all in a row. Yeah, that looks absolutely spot on to me. And there's a keyhole, so you shouldn't be able to put that the wrong way round.
No, you can't. And
then my concern now, it looks like can we just see that part again, Chris?
Yeah, 2 seconds. Sorry. Yeah, 2 seconds. So now.
Hello, Verwayne. How are you?
How are you, Verwayne?
On your part, I mean, obviously, I'm looking at camera angles. Right, on the distributor that you've just put in, you've got a sticky out part.
Yeah.
Right, but underneath that, you've got a hole on the engine block.
Yeah.
Right. Can you gain access to that hole? Because it looks like it's blocked the hole. Can you just show us the distributor that you've given us? That you've just put out? No, don't take it out. Don't take it out. Turn it over the other way.
That way?
Right. Stop. Right, that's it. Right. Okay, no, actually, I can see. Right. Hold it there. Do not move it. Right, up a little bit. Up. Sorry. Right. To your right. Move it to your right. That's it. I just got to that's it. Stop there. So I had to figure out which way you were sitting. Right. So you've got the distributor and you've got that little bit that's now poking to you is poking off to the left.
Yeah.
Right. Now, just slightly below that to you, to the right to us, there's a hole in the engine block.
Yeah.
That looks like you're going to put a part in there and then screw it.
Yeah.
Do you think is there much room there?
Yeah, it should be all right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. It's just that obviously on screen, it looks a little bit more 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I don't want to be putting a fiddly part in later on. Yeah. So what you need to do now then is turn that part over and then screw it with another JP03 screw into the hole, and that will secure the distributor. Oh, I think it's got a bit easier once I figured out which way round, because obviously I'm saying up, but up to you isn't the same as up to us, is it?
It's all right.
So I'll take blame for that.
And that's Max. Don't really need to screw in this part because it holds nicely.
Do you think?
Yeah, this hasn't dropped off.
Fair enough. So if you did find you lost a screw, you could perhaps glue it in at a push.
Yeah.
Are you storing your spare screws?
Yes, I am now. I got because I had 3 pots. I'm using 2 for the Routemaster and using 1 for this build.
So have we had a JP03 screw before?
Yeah.
Right. So if you lost both your spare or your spare and another screw, it's not the end of the world because you'll just go back to one of your spares.
Yeah, in the
previous issue. Obviously, in your case, you could use my spare, but you'd have to wait until I actually built mine.
Yeah.
Okay. But obviously, not everyone will have the luxury of building with another person. So are we enjoying this build then, Chris?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Good.
Are you going to mod your colour or are you going to keep your colour the same?
No, that would be a sin to change the colour of the Jaguar, is my opinion.
Yeah.
Other opinions may vary.
That's not biting at all yet. Hang on.
Okay. So just remember, take your time, Chris. There is no rush.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't suspect the Jaguar was either.
No, it probably took a couple of years.
Yeah, probably at least. Plus,
Have
while
you-
you check that, it enables me to check on my print.
Yeah. Bastard.
I found a nice, challenging print to do.
I also.
A flip calendar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it's going to take nearly a day to print.
Got any news then, or?
Oh, I've got loads of news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got
How's the tractor coming along, Pen?
4 bits of news come through yesterday.
Yeah.
And yesterday evening, I had 3 other bits of news.
Yeah.
I played with the news this morning, which means I've got more news for you. And if that's not overly vague, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's not screwing in at all, the screw. Doesn't seem like it wants to bite, like.
Gordy B says, still makes me laugh, Chris. I assume you're talking about the well, I got about 3 words in there in once, didn't I? It's the magazine's fault for publishing the words. They should know what we're like when they come out with words like flange and
Yeah.
they know we're a dirty old bunch.
Yeah.
And what doesn't help is we encourage each other as well.
Don't worry about it. We all like a laugh.
There isn't one sensible person that sits there and goes, "Oi, guys, stop and grow up."
No, exactly. We all like a laugh.
Yeah. Well, there's no point doing it if you're not going to have a laugh, is there?
No. I know Chris Caplinks has got the screw, doesn't he? Yeah. I think Gordy does as well.
Yeah.
That's why you probably need to push it in a bit more. Yeah, we are, got him.
That's it. Take your time. You know you struggled a little bit with the last one. So it'd be a fair assumption that you'll struggle with this one.
Got him now. Oh, Fleetwood J's on as well, is he?
Yeah.
Hi, Fleetwood.
Fleetwood J says just a bunch of big kids, really.
Yeah. And their toys.
Boys and their toys, yeah. It's a shame they're expensive toys, but, you know, there you go. It's going in, but it's not flush in there. A bit of lube probably would help. Oh, no. Just say that.
Yeah, but I'd offset that for the Chris, though. Getting it slowly. Screw ruins. Rusty on it. Probably haven't got the screw in straight, that's why. Go, there we are. Camera views there. The focus is nice tonight, isn't it?
It's all right, actually, except right as soon as you said that, it's gone out of focus, but
I haven't got the software to change yet.
yeah, that's all right. It's not too bad. You'll probably find it's on autofocus, and if you move sort of up and down towards the camera, it will
Pick you up.
it'll struggle to pick it up.
Yeah. It's a good webcam though.
Yeah, it looks all right. It's nice and clear.
At least my internet's not playing up tonight. That's one good thing about tonight.
What's that?
It's not jumping.
No.
Because I'm hoping Richard sorted that problem out. I think I have to take a screw out and put it back in. Some reason it's not going in tidy. Right. Try that again. Sold. Got a jokes pen or?
Not that I can repeat on stream.
Road ones, right?
Yeah. Although I am considering writing a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sexual positions for single men.
Oh, for dummies.
Yeah, I'm going to call it the Parma Sutra. Yeah, that was a bit rude, really, wasn't it?
Chris probably needs that.
Oh, you rude boy.
Well, you've had a funny do.
If I was Chris, I'd have unsubbed from your channel then and left in disgust.
There's a problem there.
Yeah, Chris has just said one of my favourite jokes. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back a sec, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
I got
Well, tell you what, switch the camera to me, and then I will show. I'll show off some parts that I've got for the tractor on Saturday, if it's all right with you.
Yeah, of course it is. Come on.
So, guys, while Chris is doing that, I want to show you some exciting things that I've got. Obviously, as you know, we're going to be starting the tractor on Saturday. There was just a few final parts that I was waiting for, and those parts are to do with the dump trailer. Now, if you've not seen any pictures, none of this will make sense. But what I've been waiting for is this this rod, which you can see there's a little housing there that will screw up, and also a coupling to obviously attach this to the motor. And the playing that I've been doing is what you will have. You've got this orange part here. This is the motor housing that screws into there like that. This will then attach to the side of the chassis, and that will hold that solid. You've then got this piece. You've got a little flat side, and that's to coincide with the piece on the motor. And then you see you've got a hole there, and you will actually attach this to the motor first. And then once you've got it on the motor, you will then, let me take this off.
Do we put my view back on the pen?
No, you're all right. You take your time.
Yeah.
So you've got a little scrub screw there, which obviously imagine that's going to be over the motor. You then line that up in there so that the hole that's going to go all the way through to the motor. You will then screw that in like so. That's then attached to that motor housing like that. And then in this end, you add this thread, which isn't going in too well. There we go.
Okay, so
And then you have this will attach to this brass bit. And then this piece will have a bearing in that will go there. So that's going to attach to the dumper trailer there. And then this piece is then, you see, you've got these holes here. So you'll have the actual lift mechanism. So as the motor turns, because both ends are bolted down, the only bit that can move is this. So this will move up and down, which obviously that's then attached to the arms, which will then lift the back end up. And now that I've got this piece in, obviously seeing pictures of things and seeing pictures of 3D prints is great, but until you've actually got the parts in your hand, you can't always see. And this has got me really, really excited to the point that I'm trying to see if perhaps I can try and work in the dump trailer earlier, because it's not going to be, we're not going to get this done for about 6 months, and to have this part sitting in my box for that length of time, I don't think we'll be able to do it. But obviously we'll have the trailer to do, but the movement is so good. I haven't oiled or anything this yet, but you see how free that moves. And obviously if you put a bit of oil or Teflon spray on it, it'll be a lot better. For a Chinese part that costs a couple of quid, I think that's absolutely brilliant. This with the bearings, 2 couplings, 2 sets of bearings, and the rod cost £7 delivered, and I think that's absolutely bargainous. There you go. There's a new word I just invented: bargainous. So yeah, that's that bit done. So that's the 3 bits of good news this morning, which is more good news.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 bits of good news from yesterday. So that's my final parts have arrived for the tractor. So I could theoretically, if I wanted to, build a whole tractor from start to finish now. So you guys know it's all going to work together, because I've got all the parts for it. So ready for you then, Chris?
Yeah, done as best I could with that. It was just didn't seem like it's going in, but
no, that's absolutely fine, Chris. You know, obviously if you need to disappear, then you know I've just done a little bit of filler for you. Yeah. So hello, Mike McFly. I didn't see you pop in. I do apologise. Otherwise,
I'm going to play. How are you?
Right. So have you got that part in? Okay. Is that nice and secure?
Yeah, but the screw's like that.
Okay. Well, is the part secure?
Yeah.
Right. I think that'll be fine then.
Yeah,
so do you think that maybe if you'd have gone, you know how we do that backwards and forwards thing on the screwdriver, do you think that might have helped?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Right. Because the problem with self-tapping screws is if you're not exactly right, it's going to cut in. Oh, you found your screwdriver then. There you go.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got this one instead.
Yeah.
I know what it was.
It's the same as ours, but different.
Yeah, same as ours, but yours, but in yellow.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yellow works better for you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'll have to play that. Yeah, what's the next step? Let's put
okay, so if you could kindly bring up the screen for me.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Right,
so the next stage then is stage 7.
Yeah.
Take the carburetor assembly from stage 11. So that's the piece you showed us at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
Which goes this way round. So I notice that you've got 3 cylinders on there.
Yeah.
And a pattern. So that needs to be upright. Note the 3 holes indicated by the arrows, which corresponds to the 3 lugs on the inlet manifold.
So is it like that?
Let me have a look. That looks correct to me.
I just gathered that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, so stage 8 is to press the carburetor assembly into place so that the inlet manifold fits flush with the side of the block.
Yeah.
And then you'll need to turn the assembly over and drive screws into the 3 mounting holes to secure the manifold. Now, didn't they supply us with 5 screws, or did they supply us with 5 screws plus 1 spare?
We got 2. We got 3 left. 2 left.
2 left or 3?
Probably 3. There's one somewhere.
Okay, so you probably lost one and dropped one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Right. If
I
you've
didn't
run
think
out of
that.
screws, if you've run out of screws, then until you can find the third one, I would suggest doing the outside screws.
No, yeah, I got a spare anyway, so that's all right.
Lovely. That's what I was thinking. I thought maybe you said you hadn't got screws. Right. So what you need to do then is screw those 3 screws in, and yeah.
Same screws.
So yeah. So pretty much each stage, the 3 parts of this issue looks the same in that you are inserting the part, holding it, turning over, and then screwing it in.
Yeah, let's just grab this in the right orientation now. So it's that way up or that way around, isn't it?
Well, right. Let me just double check.
Just to make sure I've got that the right way now.
Yes, because see that triangular part?
Yeah.
There's 3 lines on it that all point towards the middle. Can you just bring it to your left? That's it. So I can't see the detail to right. Bring it towards you, towards your body. That's it. Right.
That's
So
more, yeah.
3 lines on that triangular part.
Yeah.
They need to be showing. Now, if you turn that over underneath so that you can see underneath those lines, you've got like a little box sticking out.
Yeah.
So it looks like that is the correct way round. Right. Can you bring that to your left a little bit, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. We just like to see what you're doing. We like to see you struggle, you see. So, you know, cup of coffee, a biscuit, and Chris struggling, you know, it's making our night.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't expect it would be this figure because when I looked at the instructions, I thought, oh, nice and easy.
Yeah, we all thought it was just going to be the wheels that were going to be the challenge, but it looks like there's other challenges. But I mean, different people might be looking at this now and going, oh, that's looking a bit too challenging. And other people are going, well, actually, it's more challenging than I thought. Brilliant, lovely. So Dave says apologising for being late, which he knows he doesn't have to do.
No, it's fine, Dave.
Just had his tea, which I believe in northern person land means your evening meal.
He's had his brew.
He's had his brew. See, in some places, you have like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And then other places you have breakfast, dinner, and tea.
Yeah, that's.
So you could get someone say, do you want to come round for your dinner? And they turn up for 6 hours late for it.
Yeah. Ah, that one's biting much better.
Right.
It's a bitey one, this one.
It's a bitey one, is it? Do we like a bitey one?
If you want. Does Dave say you want to do you want to join, Dave, or it's up to you? More than welcome to come in. Let's do the end ones first, then do the middle one after. At least he's got something to hold on.
Dave is saying that he's got a flood warning. I believe we've got a flood warning as well.
Yeah.
We've actually had some mild floods.
Oh yeah, I've seen some on the internet.
Yeah. Thankfully, when we have floods, the first places that flood aren't actually too major. Yeah, there's like a football pitch around the corner that floods. It just means the football match gets called off.
Yeah. And you know the stickers off the packets as well. I'm putting them in the box.
Okay.
Because they're more bolder. Let's get this one in. I have to grab. Then we're clicking. Flood warnings has been lost on that thing, innit?
Yeah. I think it's quite interesting that people have been saying for weeks, oh, you know, no rain. And I'm like, yeah, I like rain. Rain is quite useful.
It's like a song singing in the ring.
Yeah, we've not actually had a lot of rain for a long time, and I think it's making up for the lack of it.
Yeah.
So
We've
I
got a
don't
storm
know,
coming.
because it was quite interesting that my friends, when I went for this interview today, they said, "Oh, we're getting a taxi." I thought, "All right, fine, I'll take your taxi with you."
What's your opinions about the shop catching up, or do you think they won't?
Say that again.
What's your opinions about the shops delaying issues?
I don't know. I mean, they're only supplying what they've been given.
Yeah,
Um,
that seems a bit odd though. What's happened?
well, I have some interesting news, because I've been trying to subscribe to the Route Master for
Oh
Mark
yeah.
Hunter, and every subscription I've tried hasn't come back with a sub number.
Mhm.
And I am still struggling with the Route Master.
Yeah.
But the Spitfire, what was quite interesting was I actually subscribed, and then about a week later I subscribed to the Spitfire for on behalf of Mark Hunter.
Yeah.
And I think it was yesterday, Mark Hunter's subscription number came through, but mine didn't. So I suspect that they fixed the issue somewhere between when I subscribed and when Mark subscribed.
Yeah.
And I rang up Hachette today, and they've actually had to set my subscription up manually.
Oh yeah. So you can you're still then.
So I am subscribed, but the Spitfire looks like it's. I did want to sort of talk about it later, but it looks like it is a trial, so it may not go beyond issue 4.
Yeah, you don't know yet, do you?
But it's still worth subscribing, because what they tend to do is you'll buy and pay for the first 4 issues, and you probably still get the free gifts as well.
Yeah.
If they then stop it and continue it later on, they will then actually give you the first 4 issues for free. So
That's interesting.
if, for example, they restart it in 6 months, your subscription will continue. If they then change the free gift, you'll then get the new free gift, so you'll now have a free gift that no one else has got,
Yeah.
and you have to pay for the first 4 issues.
There we are.
It all works out good in the end. So that is the completed issue 12 then.
Yeah.
Excellent. So where are you in the pack then? Because do you get four issues every pack?
Yeah. I've got to ring them up tomorrow, see, because I did try to sort the payment out, but I'll sort the payment out tomorrow.
Right.
So
Okay. You didn't need to tell us that on stream, Chris.
No, never mind.
So does it look like, as it stands, you have no issue for next week?
At the moment, yeah, till I sort it out.
Right. Okay.
I might do some Route Master issues.
Yeah.
I might do some, yeah. I might mix it up a bit.
You're going to change Tuesday night from Build a Jaguar to the Chris Davies show. Building the Jaguar if we've got it, but we'll do something if I haven't.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go back over the screw again, see if I can.
So Chris Cambling's saying that this is looking great.
It's a bit wobbly, that is.
Right.
Right, hang on, there we are. It's gone in a bit more now.
Good. So just give it like a quarter turn or an eighth of a turn, depending on how much you feel it needs.
There, it's biting now. You know the bit we put in before? It's gone in now.
Right. So in your experience, those screws are not biting well.
But the thing is, it probably didn't push the part in properly.
Right.
And it's now I push it a bit more. It's gone. It has gone better.
It's a little bit awkward when you have to hold the part in, turn it round, and
yeah.
Chris Campbelling is still waiting for issue 27 of the Terminator, but he might have an issue to do next week.
Do what we can, Chris, innit? Do what we can. That's what I say. There we are, done. There we are.
So show us your parts then, Chris. That
Yes, mate.
actually looks really nice. Can you just bring it in towards your body a little bit? And just to your left slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly more to your left. That's it. That's it. And if you could kind of rotate that on the spot for us. I like that little blue sticker.
Yeah.
Just adds a little bit of something.
That's underneath.
Yeah, and that's nice. Obviously, there's a few more bits to go in there because we can see the screw holes. And that's going to be the middle. So it's actually going to be quite a large engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Takes up quite a lot of room. So obviously, Dave says he's a bit more of an expert on Jag engines than I am.
Yeah.
But it does look quite. It looks like it's going to be like the real life engine. Is it quite an easy engine to work on?
Yeah.
Because the parts look quite well spaced out.
Yeah.
And
Is that
obviously
it for the trick, is it?
in those days, you didn't get all these fangled computers and things, which just takes extra engine room.
The change camera view, is it?
So nice shot of your jumper there, Chris, or neck or something. There we are.
Sorry.
Oh, you. Okay.
That's my dog, but he's just a noisy bastard. Noisy one. Oops, wrong one.
There we go. Yeah, no, that looks really nice. I did like that.
Yeah, enjoyed that. That was brilliant.
So, yeah, looking really good. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I sorted the screws out later now. I've got to look for them.
yeah.
Space.
It's my only criticism with you, Chris, is you need to be slightly more organised with those screws.
Yeah.
I have told you off in the past about them.
Yeah, they are only got them all in there, but because one fella just now say fell on the mat somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You know, things happen.
Yeah.
So Dave saying real engine, not. Yeah, no, I know you're more of an expert on real engines than plastic engines, Dave. But obviously the engine, it looks to me like, I mean, I'm not an engine expert. I can't do mechanics to save my life, but it looks like it's a simpler engine than a modern one. And you've got these parts that do their job, and if every single part is critical to the engine, to the running of the car, as opposed to modern cars, if you have something go wrong, you get an engine management light come on, but you can still drive the car, or maybe the aircon doesn't work, or the windows don't work. This is, everything is critical.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice looking car.
Yeah. It's good. I'm enjoying it, but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So any other comments that we've missed, or
Pardon?
have I seen any comments we missed?
Try to keep up to date with the comments. If I've missed any, I do apologise.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've not been in a position to actually bring the comments up, but I have tried to sort of mention that. Yeah. So I have exciting news for Wednesdays, if I may say so. Yesterday, I received one, two, three, and this one.
What's it? Yeah. So what issue is the?
Well, you know it's going to be a busy month when they send the magazines through in a box.
Yeah.
Normally they send them through in a black bag. So I'm just having a little look at my calendar and consider, because what have I got? Three weeks, haven't I, until my next non-stream. So I was wondering about maybe do. Well, my first thought was to try and do an extra issue, so that because we're how do I explain this? The shop seems to be a week behind. So I was wondering maybe doing 2 issues, so that if the shop gets ahead, I'm already there. But to be honest with you, I think I'll just do 1 issue a week, because they look like they're going to be quite long issues.
Yeah. So what issue up to now on the subs?
Right, on the subs, we are now up to.
Because I'm a bit behind you now, because I'm up to 62. I am.
Right, I'm now up to 86.
That's
That's the
okay.
contents of 86. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Oh yeah. I've seen. Yeah.
Without actually opening the magazines, 84, 85, and 86 look very similar, as in
Yeah.
they've got large body panels.
Okay.
Inside body, not outside body. It looks like we are now starting work on all four sides of the upper deck.
Yeah, nice. They doing what lower deck or today?
Pardon?
The lower deck was different to that one,
Yeah, it's just got different dimensions. It's going to be a lot longer than the bottom deck, because the bottom deck is is further back, but it's not further forward, because you've obviously got the driver's cab. But it now means it's good for me, because it now means the next 3 Wednesdays are definitely secured. So those next 3 streams are going ahead for definite.
Yeah.
Because I always get worried when we get to the end of the subscriptions. It are the parts, now that we're a week behind. Well, now the news agents have fallen a week behind.
Yeah.
When I run out of subscription copies, I'm totally reliant on the news agents. If the news agents don't get a copy in, then I'm stuffed. It was only last time that I had that Wednesday off because of working late that we managed to have something on the show. So you'll have to forgive me for Welsh name pronunciation, but is it Ceres Thomas? Says, hi, Chris, nice to meet you. And he says, woohoo, Wednesday night fun is secured.
What was this one? Terrace.
Yeah, is it Ceres?
Yeah. I know what that is. Yeah, that's my ever off thing now.
Your other half. Did I hear you say?
Yeah, the one I'm back in dating. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she knows me quite well.
Somebody who knows you very well.
Yeah.
Okay. So nice to meet you, Keris.
Yeah.
Is it Keris? Sorry, if I pronounce
it,
I'm really bad with Welsh pronunciation.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm bad at some pronouncing some places down there. It's unbelievable. I'm Welsh.
Well, as I said on the last stream I was involved with, I've only just managed to learn to pronounce the name of that Welsh railway station. Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah.
Cardiff.
It's got a care.
So yeah, that's my good news. I'm really happy about the Wednesdays, because we that's become a bit of a habit now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. So Gordy B is doing his job of saying hello to everyone. There isn't. I will warn you, Kev. Well, not warning, but I will say, Keris, there's not many friendly people.
I just say, look, there's jokes and stuff on here. We all just.
Chris Campling's known for the jokes. Gordy B is known for his enthusiasm and friendliness.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for the next week or so, then, Chris? Apart from sitting and watching Wales play in the Rugby World Cup.
What's my plans? Thursday I got meant to do what I meant to do today, gardening, but they've scheduled it for Thursday instead because of the weather.
Okay, that makes sense. Because they wouldn't want their lawnmower blowing away, would they?
No, especially not get wet either.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen Adrian, but I think Adrian's doing an extra stream this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to be confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's doing an extra Terminator, because we've had a bit of a struggle with the Terminator the last few weeks. But I tell you what, I'm going to reveal my news, my big news. I may be changing jobs. There will be problems involved. But basically, I may well be working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings every week. I'm actually moving into a completely different trade. So I was offered the job on the basis that I will get Wednesdays off because they understand that Wednesday's important to me. So Wednesday is safe, and then it will become every week. Love Minis is what? What I need to do, obviously, the impact for me personally is that Friday I do the Terminator with Adrian, and Saturday obviously we do the 3D print show, and because I'm going to be going into the hospitality trade, I won't be able to stream those evenings. So I need to start a little bit. We obviously, as you understand, we're all respectful people on these channels, and we don't like to tread on other people's toes. So I need to have a little chat with a few people about changing my days. Anyone can accommodate. So, you know, if Adrian can change his day from Friday, and Horlicks is able to change the day from Saturday with me, then maybe we can look at different days, or worst case scenario, look at different times. But obviously that depends on working with other people. So, I mean, it might well be a case of, you know, someone might be able to do their stream a little bit early and I can do my stream a little bit late.
Yeah, that might be,
so, you know, maybe do a 9 o'clock stream and someone else does a 7 o'clock, or something like that. But I mean, I haven't officially been offered the job yet. That's why I'm not really sort of shouting from the rooftops yet. There's still a lot of talks to do. But basically I could well be running a restaurant. So not as big as that just sounded. It's only a little pub restaurant, but it's quite exciting for me. It's a trade that I used to do years ago. I am a little bit rusty, so there's a lot of work, but it won't be for a couple of months yet. Anyway, they've still got to get the restaurant going or the pub going. So could be exciting. It might be a big flop. Who knows? So, but it'll be good for me. Basically, I'll be working 6 mornings a week and then 3 evenings as well. So I'll primarily be doing taking over from the what I call the arse end of breakfast, and then doing prep ready for the evening. And then obviously evenings we're anticipating will be busier. So obviously Friday, but it might even turn out that we're not needed Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, I am a chief. But you're a chief. Did you mean chef or did you actually?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Yeah.
So yeah, it's all exciting stuff for me. So yeah, there'll be no more buses. I do love my buses. I do love being a bus driver. But I kind of walk away from buses, and then I might end up in the future walking back in. You know, I left buses before to go into care work, and right now I'm really not enjoying it anymore. And there's so much being put on. I mean, it is quite exciting because this is only rumor, but there is a rumor that a friend of mine that when I came to Newport, I was an agency driver. One of the guys I worked with as an agency, he's saying that he's coming back to Newport. So I'm making the assumption that the company are bringing in agency. He might be coming permanently for all I know. So it will be really exciting to work with an old friend of mine again. We won't both be agency, but he's coming in a couple of weeks. And if I am leaving, I'll be leaving at the beginning of December. So it's scary and exciting because if the restaurant doesn't work out, it will be partly because of me. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, exactly. Upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah. So I mean, it might be that in 2, 3, 4, 10 years I get fed up with this again and end up going back to
Yeah,
I'm not spinning plates, Gordy. I mean, look, just because I changed my trade away from buses doesn't mean I'm any less interested in buses. I am going to reconsider whether I carry on as a subscriber of the bus.
yeah,
I may not do the green conversion one, but the one that I'm currently building on stream, that is a definite going ahead. That's definitely staying. I absolutely love. To be honest with you, even if that was a build of something that I'm not interested in, and I knew it was going to be as much fun as it is, I would have still done it because I think it's an absolutely wonderful build. Regardless of what the subject matter is, the fact that it's something that I'm interested in is a real massive bonus. Did that make sense, Chris?
yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I don't think you've ever seen this of mine.
Yours is looking quite good, yeah.
Yeah, there's someone about.
Oh, what's that? NPTC 2013.
I don't know what that means.
I was
put in. This is a award I had for 2013. I was nominated for a Low Vision Award because thing, and this is what they give me.
Okay, so you're nominated for what? Sorry,
a Low Vision Award because I'm how determined I can be and stuff.
Okay.
And I've had this award then since.
Right. Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me. I'm confused. So, were you awarded that because you have low vision?
Yeah, so
I do something with that low vision.
Yeah, because I was nominated to have for Low Vision Award.
Right. Okay. So what did you do to earn that award?
College.
Oh, okay. All right. So basically what you've done then is you've gone to college with mixed abilities and you've done well, much better than they expected, did you? To be honest with you, Chris, I can quite well see that. Looking at how you build the bus and how you build the Jaguar, you far outweigh our expectations of you.
Yeah, and that's something like I don't know what shape to call that.
That's nice. That is really nice, actually. Nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't my mother's, but when I moved here,
I'm assuming that's glass and not diamond.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine if that was a diamond, that would be worth more than the crown jewels, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Because the Clan Darcy said that they had down there, they got the sports thing.
Yeah. So what did you actually do at college?
I don't know, just stuff. 2007 I done pre-vocational studies.
Right.
Then I done 2008 I done introductory diploma of IT.
Right.
Then 2009 then I done the first diploma in IT.
Yeah.
Then I went to business and level 1 and level 2.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a businessman then?
I've done some business course there.
To be honest with you, that really doesn't surprise me, Chris, because you're the kind of person that if you're interested in something, you will work really hard at it. I mean, you've only got to see your bus and your Jaguar.
Yes,
the work you did, I think Dave will agree with me on this. The work you did on those wheels and and on the rest of the Jaguar, absolutely terrific because you wanted it. You're not one of these people that will go, well, it's a bit harder than I thought, I'm giving up. You really want it.
Yeah.
So you have to forgive me. I'm just transferring some screws to boxes.
We've had a good screw as well, have you?
I've been doing these little screw boxes. They're just nice little simple prints, but they're long. And what you get is you get a little box, then you get a lid, and then you just slide the lid in. And they're just really handy. They take about 12 hours to print. So I just set the print going just before work. And then when I'm done, I just take them off the print bed and then I just pile them up. And I've got 18 boxes sitting here waiting for me. It's just that some of these bigger boxes,
Yeah.
I can't actually get the lid shut because the box is slightly too big. So you see I've labeled them, but what I think I'll do is I'll just take the lid off,
Yeah.
and then when I'm working on stuff, I can just pick the boxes of screws, just like I do with the Rootmaster. I just got the box of screws and I just pick out the boxes that I need for that particular build.
Yeah. That's what I do myself. If when a Jag boxes come more better,
Yeah,
then what screws, how many screws we need and what screws you need. But there's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws we use.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. And I'll say I just get out the screw, the relevant screws that I need. So obviously I need to transfer my labels over. I'll tell you what, since I have actually been getting organized and getting tidier, I've really enjoyed my workspace so much more.
Yeah. What I'm doing now, trying to sort my stuff out. I'm really impressed with it.
Good. You should be, Chris. You have every right to be impressed with it. You've worked really hard on that and you've been really determined to get it done. Yeah. And yeah, you should really be proud of yourself. And I think everyone will agree with me on that.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Good. There you go. That's what my box looks like when it's got fully on boxes with lids. So I think that looks terrific, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's cool, it does.
When you compare it to the box of screws that I haven't got up to yet,
yeah,
that looks good, but not as good as the last one. So yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave says absolutely, Penny. Chris is doing brilliantly.
Yeah,
you are just, there's no two ways about it. We are. Can I be 100% honest, Chris?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
I thought your streams would be okay. Just okay. Nothing special. You'd get the job done and it would be quite an acceptable video stream.
Yeah.
What you've actually produced is a very good stream. You come across professional and they're very entertaining. I don't think anyone would object to me saying that, would they?
No.
But that's that. Yeah, I thought, I always thought it'd be worth watching. If anyone's building the Jag, this would be a good stream. But actually, it was really good. It's been really, really good. And you've grown as a streamer. Most people have. Fleetwood, he's grown. Dave say, like I always say, your first couple of streams, you come across as, you tend to be quite nervous, and that's absolutely normal. But yeah, you've come around and come along in leaps and bounds.
It's like you, Penny, right? I could say that about you because you've since I met you or known you doing your streams, you're coming along brilliant now as well. Yeah,
exactly. I think my first streams were okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just made slight improvements to the streams where
I think it's first time I met you was on Twitch, I think.
Twitch, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You came in watching the Rootmaster at first, didn't you? Because you used to leave nice positive comments on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then you followed me to you as a few people on Twitch.
And ever since then, I put you onto YouTube now, and you've
yeah. And but that's the thing about building a YouTube channel is that you just build a channel and you have a few subscribers. Fleetwood J saying that he's got another issue of the Renault 4 coming. That's 5 issues so far. That's quite positive then, because we weren't sure how many issues we'd end up with. But yeah, so obviously I can push a few people in the right direction towards new channels. But how far you grow a channel really is down to how good your channel is.
Yeah, you just quality is all you gotta do, and
Yeah.
you don't need to keep pushing videos out to make people one thing.
Yeah. So you just work on your channel, just build it up, and keep it going.
It's like a ladder. You catch.
A bit like that film Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like that film. Giving myself an idea of what to watch tonight in bed. Although I've still got to carry on watching the rest of it, which is not as scary as people seem to make out.
Yeah.
I don't think.
What It you watching? It 2 or It 1?
I'm watching It 1, but I'm watching the newer version.
Oh, It 2, yeah.
Yeah. No. Not It 2. There's 2 versions of It.
Oh, I didn't know that, yeah.
Yeah, I only found that out the other day. So you've got It from like the 70s or the 80s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then you've got another one that was made like 2014 or something like that. It's that 2014 one that I'm watching. So it's all right. It's I don't actually get scared by horror movies.
I don't like them. I haven't seen one, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm quite funny. The last horror film I watched just actually had me in stitches. I just thought it was hilarious. But that's how I treat horror films.
I think it's the one I've seen is Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is a comedy.
Zombies are coming out and then they're at some house and they go through the zombie and go through the post.
I think that is actually a comedy, Shaun of the Dead. I certainly find it funny. It's it doesn't. You love Minnie's High. I suppose that's why I'm all right with it. I'm not scared of clown. I think if I saw that clown in real life, I think I would be scared, but because he doesn't look like a kid's entertaining clown.
Yeah.
So, did you see the B? Oh, sorry, Marty. I know. Someone sent me a. It was someone else said it actually. Yeah, someone said it was a BBC 4 documentary on the Spitfire. Really interesting. I must got The Nun to watch. Now that sounds interesting. I must catch up on that Spitfire documentary. And Love Minnie says I've watched all the Saw movies, but not It. I've watched the first, or started to watch the first 2 Saw movies, and they are sick, aren't they?
I've seen them.
They are sick. Oh, they're interesting, but they are. See, the ones, the horror movies that get me going are the ones that I can actually relate to the situations.
Oh, yeah.
So things jumping out of the woods at you, I can't really relate to that because I would never put myself in that situation. But having a choice between poking my eyes out or having a shotgun to the head, I'm like, oh my God, that would, or whatever the situation is, or having to scooch through hypodermic needles in order to find the key to save my life.
Yeah.
Because I don't particularly like hypodermic syringes. I put up with them because usually when I've got a syringe being put into me, it's for some kind of health benefit.
Yeah.
But I don't like them. It depends on the circumstances. But like I say, the Hitcher, is it the Hitcher or the Hitchhiker? Insidious. That's a film that made me laugh. I thought it was a comedy.
Scary Movie is a comedy, isn't it?
Scary Movie. Are you talking about the spoof Scary Movie?
No, Scary Movie 1 and 2. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I think if that's the one I think it is, that's actually a spoof, and that is actually funny.
Have you seen Chucky Young?
Yeah. I thought that one was funny. I'm sorry, I've got a really unhealthy attitude towards horror films. I laugh at them.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know. I watch a horror film and I know it's not real.
I
Now,
just thought,
I tell you the scariest thing I've ever seen, and that's a documentary called Children's Hospital, and they showed a child having an operation on their eye, and they actually cut the eye out, did something to the eye, and then put it back, and that had me all the time because I knew that was real. But when you're watching a film and it's all CGI or props or acted, I think the back of my mind, I know it's acted.
I just
So
thought we forgot to do something.
what did we next week?
Yeah.
How could we forget next week? So I am so sorry, guys.
I forgot that myself.
So I'll do this in 2 parts then. No, I'll do it in 1 part. Right. So next week we have the Jaguar story, Abby Panels. Is that a name of a person or is that? And then we've got the E-Types World seatbelt laws. That's something I might be interested in because I personally, I'm of the age when I can remember when we didn't have seatbelts.
Yeah,
and we brought them in. Was it the early 80s they brought them in? And then there's an article on engine lubrication. So again, that sounds interesting.
That's Chris, with the lubrication.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with me is that when it comes to driving vehicles, I understand the rules, but I don't understand why. So, for example, I know that you have to put oil into the engine, otherwise it will seize up. But I don't know why it will seize up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I put engine oil in the car because I know you have to. So
thing, but wages going up now.
So you've got what going out?
The wage, you know, them people who's working out, the minimum wage now is going to be going up to 21 an hour.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
£21 an hour?
No, £10.21.
No, it's not that high.
It's going up. I've just seen on Facebook now, there's a post on it.
Really? Are you sure that's not what people want?
Yeah,
that's a 25% pay rise.
£10.50 an hour it's going up to.
I will look that up because I think that's probably what Labour might be suggesting as a living wage.
Yeah, everyone.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look at that later on because it's not strictly related to the Jaguar, is it? Although let's tie it in. I wonder what a worker who made the Jaguar was paid. Probably a £5 a week, and he felt damn lucky to get that much.
Yeah.
So do you want to just have a little quick look at next week's parts?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I didn't really. Hang on.
Right. So we've got. I can see from the picture they've included a part that we've.
Do you want a bigger one or?
Oh, no. Well, it's up to you. Yeah, let's go for a bigger one. I looked at that part and my first thought was, well, hang on, have we got to take the parts off? But that's obviously the opposite side of the part we were working on this week.
Yeah, the
So
second.
we've got the other side of the engine block. We've got the clutch housing. So that will be this part, perhaps. The filter head, which I guess might be this part, and the battery box and screws. So it looks like next week's build will be very similar to this week, except the parts will be a different shape.
Yeah, mirror imaged.
Yeah, and then possibly putting the 2 parts together.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exciting times coming up.
Yeah, this is good.
So, has this come up to your favourite issue yet, or is this not as good as your favourite one?
No, I like them all because when it's more to do, I don't mind.
Right. So you after quantity to do?
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, I like more the stuff instead of the one thing there, bang, done. rather more to do than that.
Right.
And that's not being petty, like, it's just I like to do more things with hand. I like to do more bits. More entertaining then.
Yeah.
Just the one screw, and that's it. And then that is a bit boring. So what would you do, Ben?
Sorry, say that again.
What's your opinion on that then? Say if you was
I
doing it.
liked it. I think we've got a really relatable what's that? You could buy an issue an hour. Oh, is that about the minimum wage, Marty? Yeah, this part. I mean, obviously we're not putting it in the Jaguar yet, but we're getting a really relatable part.
Yeah.
So
what do Pen? So say if you was doing an issue, what issue would you prefer? Doing one screw, or would you rather do more?
I quite, oddly enough, I quite like the doors.
Yeah.
Because the quite amazing detail on those doors.
They're nice, they are.
Yeah. But I'm I don't know, I'm more of an interior person. I'm you know, it's anything to do with the drivers, because it obviously a car like that, it just wants to be driven.
Yeah.
And I want it when I get into a car, although I'm not fanatical about vehicles, if I went out and bought this car in real life, I would be buying it because it will be a pleasure to drive.
I would love to see one in real life, I would.
Yeah, I mean, those seats look really comfy. I just want to sit on them. And yeah, it's so to me, for the car, it's all about the driver's cab. I mean, I'm starting to enjoy the engine, because, like I say, what I mean by that is, like with the Routemaster, for example, when we've done the blinds, we spent an awful lot of work doing all the cogs, which we won't see in the final build, but they're absolutely critical to the build so that the blinds work. So although I enjoyed that, it's not a part you're going to see. So the engine of this you won't see quite so much unless you lift the bonnet up. But mine will probably sit there with the driver's door open, so you can see in and see the driver's sides. And I'd like to see how much boot space there is, because you've got to get your wicker picnic basket in, haven't you?
With
your cotton blanket, so you can go out and take your girlfriend to the woods for a picnic. So Fleetwood J has just said, I spoke to Model Space about the Fiat's Caravan internal accessories, roof rack, luggage. Are they included? Just waiting for a response. The rumor that I've heard on that is all the little internals, and you got like tea sets and things like that for the Caravan. They'll all be included. I'd just like to know how they're included, because obviously we'll be getting the Fiat in packs of 4 or 6 or whatever. But if one issue just contains a tea set, is that going to be as thrilling? Although we'll see 4 issues at a time. Yeah, with regards to Fiat, both myself and Fleetwood have had a payment gone out yesterday, and in my experience with Model Space, I pay by PayPal. So when I have a payment taken out by PayPal, it shows on my bank statement as a payment pending. And it takes about 3 days to actually clear into my account. I lose the availability of the funds, but it doesn't show up properly on the statement. And usually I receive the issue that I've just paid for about the same day that the payment clears. So I would expect my Fiat to come through. What is it now? Tuesday, probably Thursday.
You're doing that as well, you?
Yeah. I was a bit mad when I saw it, and I just went, "Yeah, gotta do it."
You get that.
So Fleetwood says the one that he saw on YouTube, you get over a few issues, a few items at a time. Yeah, that's how I'd like to see it done. You know, work on the wheel, and here's a teapot, and then another time you work on the side panel, and here's a couple of plates. That's how I would like to see it done.
But
but obviously I'm not the one who made the build. Yeah, when I saw the Fiat, I first thing I thought was it's going to be a struggle stretching a car that small over 100 issues.
Yeah.
And then once I saw the Caravan as well, I thought that's how they're going to stretch out over 100 issues.
Yeah, for the both, yeah.
Yeah. But it's funny that a lot of the part works now I'm looking at, and I'm like, I am looking at them quite critically. The Spitfire, I thought the base was absolutely ugly. And then when I saw why the base is the way it is, because it's actually going to move around, then I'm excited about it. So it's two builds that I'm very excited about. It does mean that I'm building too much, but I think you got to kind of grab it. There's a couple there's a couple of other model spaces, ones that I like.
That's the one.
I want to do the Beetle, but at 80 quid. I mean, they're not offering that one over 2 years. They're only offering it over a year at 80 quid. It's good value because you get like 8 issues for 80 quid.
Yeah.
But it's 80 quid a month, which
is a lot.
Yeah. And then the Vespa is only available as one complete payment. And, you know, who's got 600-700 quid? If they offered the Vespa and the Beetle over a 40 quid a month, then I probably would have gone for that.
Yeah.
But that's why I haven't gone for them. And the Fiat's awesome. It is an awesome car, isn't it? And all you guys that drive the Fiat 500, you wouldn't be driving that Fiat 500 now without the Fiat 126.
Yeah, you've got a Fiat Panda as well.
Yeah. But it's a low emission. It's the original low emissions. You know, everyone in London drives them because the emissions are low. They're small cars. You can pick them. You can park them nearly anywhere. Fleetwood, it says the wheels are the wrong colour on the Fiat. And then Gordy BC is off to bed, Dream Team. Thanks for a great stream as always.
Yeah. Always Gordy, take care of yourself.
I'll be there or be square.
Yeah.
So hang on, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow? What's going on tomorrow?
Your show, isn't it?
I don't know, is it? Oh, is it Wednesday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Just winding you all up.
Yeah, when I wind the bob in.
Yeah. Yeah, Fleetwood says that Cyan's car is a Fiat 500. Yeah. I mean, the Fiat 500 is essentially a modern version of the 126. I guess they call it 500 because that's the size of the engine, or I don't know. How big is a Fiat 500's engine? I'm guessing it's 500cc. But they confuse me now because now you've got the Fiat 500, the Fiat 500L, and then you've got the Fiat 500 XL. It's a flipping massive car. It really is massive.
They wouldn't have seen them, yeah.
Yeah, it's about the same size of what's that Citroen? You know the Citroen with the plastic sides, or is it a Citroen or something? It's got all these plastic sides. Looks absolutely ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, Love Minis, because didn't you say you've got storms coming in? And now you're saying it's hot. Although, doesn't hot weather bring in the storms?
Probably does, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll be keeping an eye on you, Love Minis, so, you know, make sure you haven't been blown away.
Pennies always do that.
Oh, it was when I lived in a static caravan and the wind got up.
That's annoying. You can hear the caravan rocking.
Yeah, you're sitting there thinking, is my caravan still going to be there in the morning? Wondering if you should buy. I will leave that down to you, Love Minis, because if I push you to go for it.
Yeah.
No. When I said the Citroen with the plastic sides, I'm talking about the modern car. That's it, the Cactus. The Cactus and the Fiat 500 XL are similar sizes. But But I think that's the way they're going these days, isn't it? They're taking the small car and they're doing a bigger version of it. Because is it Golf did that? Golf, VW Golf.
You've got a GTA version, I know.
1 point. That's still a good size engine, though, isn't it? 1.2. That's nice and economical. My first car was a 1 litre, and that did me perfectly well, and that kept the insurance down. My second car was a 1.5, which it was a nice little car. It was a Seat Ibiza, the little square boxy one.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it was probably a little bit more than I needed. You know, when there's one of you on your own, you don't really need much more than 1 litre. Yeah. So the 500L is the MPV and the 500XL is the SUV. But it's absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Incredibly large.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. But that as Marty calls it, the cactus thing, I'm sorry, I don't. If there's any cactus owners who love their car, I do apologize, but I really don't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a mortal sin now. I'm going to pour Southern Comfort into a Jack Daniels glass.
Enjoy yourself.
Well, I did an Amazon pantry order last couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They offered this free if I spent like 25 quid.
Yeah.
So I filled my Amazon pantry order up with lots of, mostly these, to be honest with you. These little Fiber 90 bars, I absolutely love them. But I wasn't quite so impressed with the cinnamon ones.
Yeah.
That's me. If I buy something cinnamony, I like cinnamony, and they're more subtle cinnamon.
Yeah.
So. Love Mini says that her truck is 1.5, but the insurance is super cheap because it's a small for truck. Yeah, I think most trucks, not many trucks below about 2 litre, 2.5 litre. I swear a lot of these trucks are just compensation for men, aren't they? They have this super truck with this big engine just to drive around, posing. If you're a construction work manager or something, I totally understand having one, but having a big super truck just to
there's like back end on it.
Yeah, you know, just to chuck the dogs in and take them for a walk, that's a bit overkill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Fleetwood Jazz says that the next Fiat 500 in 2020 or 2021 is going to be electric, no petrol version available. I know they did announce that they were going to get rid of petrol engines and they were just going to make electric compulsory. Not super keen on that idea.
No.
But you know, unless they can quick charge electric engines and they have more stations where you can charge.
Yeah.
Because you know, I wasn't that many years ago. I was doing a 300-mile-a-day trip on a motorbike, and you know, if you've got like a range of about 150 miles, where do you stop and charge your engines up?
Yeah.
And
so your chest squeaking?
Pardon?
Is that your chest squeaking?
Yes, sorry, I do apologise.
I was just wondering what that was then.
Yeah. No, I'll drop a bit of oil on that perhaps. So do you know what? My haircut, I'm so happy I've not got hair in my eyes. Oh, it just feels so much better. But I might have to go a little bit shorter because by my own standards, if I work in a kitchen, I'm now going to have to wear a hairnet.
Yeah.
So if I have the back really short, I'll get away. I don't like hairnets, but I like hairnets being worn in a kitchen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look, I've got just a little bit there. So that's going to have to be hair netted up. So I might go shorter fringe and shorter at the back. So I can just put my chef's hat on and all my hair's disappeared.
Yeah. Use a bobble.
Pardon?
Use a bobble.
Yeah, you got to sort of dress practical. So, right, okay. Chris, would you mind if I made a move?
Yeah.
Okay. There you
You
go.
off
Yeah, if you don't mind. I
No,
think
fine.
I've covered everything I need to cover.
Tell you what, then we because I think I'm going to end it there anyway. So
Yeah. So we've got what looks like, I mean, I've not opened any issues yet, but it looks like it's going to be a super issue. I think some people have already got issue 84 anyway.
yeah,
But looking at the picture on the front, just trying to get that into view, it looks like we're going to add quite a lot. And it looks like there's 2 panels. So it looks like we'll do the entire one side of it. Sorry, go on.
What's 87 going to be like? Do you know like a slight hint?
Sorry, do I know?
Do you know what's is any? Do you think it's going to be a good issue 87, or do you think it's going to be a slow?
57. You know what? I can't remember.
87, I'm on about.
87.
Yeah.
Let's have a sneaky look, shall we?
Oh yeah, go on. Why not?
So 87. I can't get the picture without doing it, but it says the back wall panel for the upper deck is supplied and fitted. We also fit the wall around the top of the stairs. So that sounds exciting because it means that
Is that the one you showed us before?
I think that's going to be this piece.
Yeah.
And also this piece, which I've placed on the bus, isn't officially. Oh no! No, hang on. I might have got that wrong.
Yeah, that's the piece you had in your hand is what the piece you're on about.
The back wall panel is supplied and fitted. We also fit the wall around the top of the stairs. So that looks like
I don't know what that is.
get the upper deck around the. So
Yeah,
we. Well, the thing is, if we've got wires attached, which it looks like we will have, we can't take that top deck far away from the bottom deck.
No, because you've got the roof as well, isn't it?
So I'm guessing we'll start. See, how are we going to officially fit the back wall of the bus on the lower deck, turning it over with a top deck that hasn't been secured?
Yeah, I know.
So
Unless we're going to craft the roof.
So yeah, let's see what happens when we get it. But you see, we're starting to get a few little loose parts, and you know I don't like here's some parts, build them, and then put them aside to
that's like a job.
Yeah, it has to happen at the beginning because it's very hard to sort of build in a line. You have to sort of build bits and bring them all together, which we did with the bus. But I like as many parts attached as possible.
Yeah.
So I believe Adrian might be doing a show Thursday. So I will try my best to get back for that.
Yeah.
I think he's not going to be around on Friday. So I'm thinking about doing something for that. Is anybody streaming Sunday, do we know of?
Dave say might be. It depends if he's doing anything.
Right. So I believe I'm around on Friday because I'm not. It's my day off. And then obviously we've got Saturday. We are starting the tractor, which I am super excited about. And I feel confident that I might be able to help out a couple of people with printers because I found 2 3D printers on eBay. I messaged them and they were, can I show you?
Yeah, go on.
I'm not going to give away the URL because there's only 3 available and I want 2 of them. Right, let me stop there. I am being selfish by not sharing the actual tab, but
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine.
right. So
Is that it?
bear with me. Messages, right? So I sent the guy a message.
Is that it?
Let's have a look. Yeah, that's it. Right. So if I can find it. Right. I sent the guy a message. I said, forgive if it's a daft question. Is this a complete printer? What, i.e., once it's built, I can print with it. Just seems a little bit too cheap. Genuine question. And he wrote back, our printers are made by ourselves. Functions like the Ender 3 Pro. Our printers are very affordable and print well. And this is the actual printer. And it looks a hell of a lot of printer
For that
for
price.
money. So I'm thinking about buying 2 of them because 2 of those are the same price as an Ender 3.
Yeah. How much are they anyway?
£73.29.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. The only issue is that they won't come. Well, actually, they will come quickly. I read some of the feedback, and although there was no feedback for any printers,
Yeah.
it says that the delivery is fairly slow. But to be honest with you,
Depends who
if
you are.
it's that cheap and I've got to wait a week or 2, that's not really the end of the world, is it?
No.
You know, a printer like that, we're looking at about 200 quid.
Is that yours?
Yeah, I could get a printer like that for 200 quid delivered the next day.
Yeah.
But there's a make offer as well. And I think if I can, I'll probably make an offer based on me buying 2. So I might be able to get that price down a little bit. And I'm not saying I'm not stereotyping, but every time I have made an offer for a Chinese item, they've come back with a counter offer.
Yeah.
And then I've countered that. So what I might do is go in very cheap and then wait for him to counter offer.
Yeah.
So I might make an offer of like 120 quid for for 2 printers, and then I'll expect him to come. It does say in the instructions somewhere. Right, there we go. There's the operative words for me. DIY kit. So what I'm assuming from that is that whereas the Ender 3,
yeah.
see if I can bet. There you go. No, right. I'm trying to find right. There we go. So if you look at this picture, this part here at the bottom, there, that's pre-built on the Ender 3. And what you've got to do is you've got to add these side bits, the top and the extruder and the hot end. And it takes you about half an hour. What I'm assuming from this is that I'm going to have to put together that hot end. And that looks like it's made of wood. Doesn't it? That looks like plywood.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. So that'll need replacing at some point.
Yeah, so
Yeah. See, I'm in 2 minds. It is he said that they may obviously when you're buying direct from the person who builds it, that's where you can make a cost saving.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't believe for 1 minute that is a Prusa i3. I think it's a Prusa i3 copy.
Yeah.
But if I'm producing great prints on it, I'm really not going to be too concerned. But yeah, it looks like I can get 2 3D printers for less than the price of 1.
Yeah.
So long as it comes with instructions, Marty, I would be quite confident to build it. In fact, actually, I'm quite confident that I could upgrade that and turn that into a DIY made printer. I know there's a lot of people that have built their own printers, and I'd feel quite confident that I could adapt that. But if that is a plywood hotbed, I will replace that, because plywood is going to bend, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but that'll cost me 30 quid for each bed, and I'll probably get a month or so out of that. It's just the way you level the bed. It's gonna pull on the actual hotbed. Looks like it's metal or ceramic or glass, and that also looks like that's got painter's tape on it.
Yeah.
Blue tape. Yeah, that has. So that I'll need to buy a. Yeah, there'll be quite a few upgrades need doing on that. But then the end of 3 needs upgrades as well. So right, okay, enough on that. So yeah, I'll make a cheeky offer on it of about 60 quid a printer.
Yeah.
I'll be prepared to pay that, and I'll let him push me back up to 70. I think I'll pay. Yeah, no more than 70 a printer.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I just want to hold off until Thursday when I get paid. I can afford it this week.
Yeah.
But if I just hold off a couple of days, then I'll use next week's money for it.
Yeah.
Which I know next week's money is. Remember, I was complaining that all those weeks I was doing 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to get paid for. And then the following week, I know I'll get a lot, because I was on holiday and I worked 4 days during my holiday. So I think next week should be my highest pay packet since I started on Spares.
Yeah.
So I can afford it, but I'm just going to make sure I can afford, double check. Right. So I'm going to disappear. So thank you.
On the industry anyway.
Pardon?
I want to end anyway.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'll say goodbye then, and I'll let you end the show then.
Yeah. I'll do the outro now.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to follow Chris Camplin, 3 for 3, he does streaming on Monday. I do it on Tuesday. Penny does it on a Wednesday when she's free.
Yeah.
Wilder Wayne does it every fortnight on a Thursday. And so far we know Adrian Langley does it on a Friday.
Adrian Langley on a Friday. We all do it on various days.
Depends what day you fancy. It takes about, That's Penny, and I'll from me.
I just thought of a great name for all of us collectively. The Screw Crew.
Yeah. And Mercedes come second.
Yeah. So thank you for having me on, Chris. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
And a big thank you for everyone for the encouragement.
Yeah.
And I've just had a message come through.
Yeah, guys. So last time Penny.
Adrian's just jumped in and said, "I'm going to ask you for the ID of the seller." Adrian, I will give you the ID of the seller after I've bought 2 of those printers. I'm being really selfish, and there's 3 available at the moment, and I suspect that more will become available.
Yeah.
It says 188 sold, 3 available, so I suspect he'll have more.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll let you close the show then, however you want, Chris.
Yeah, good night all, and that's been Penny, and it's been me. I'll catch you next week. Take care.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah, good night all. And hang on a second.
And you just got to find the button now, haven't you?
Yeah, not like you leave studio.